Cooked right, very tender, juicy, flavorful. Hello, I'm back again, and this time I'm going to be cooking pork chops. We call these Grandma Evie's pork chops, and these are some of the finest pork chops you'll ever eat. The way I start, simply you take your pork chops that you get from the butcher or you cut them yourself off a pork loin, and you put them in a hot pan, and you want to brown these. Okay, so the pan should be warm, hot. Yes, it's hot, sizzling. Put your pork chops in. You let these brown up. Maybe about 10 minutes you cook. About 5 minutes, 7 minutes per side. You just want to brown them. And then I'm going to be adding some pork chops. I'm going to be adding, the pork chops are in, and I'll be adding some onions after these brown. And I'll let the pork chops and the onions, which I cut into slices, and they'll just break down when they're in the pan. And you're gonna love this. I'm gonna use a little salt and pepper, a little garlic, a little cinnamon. Then I put some applesauce with cinnamon. And a lot of people say this is ridiculous, ketchup in this. It's amazing. It adds just a nice creamy flavor that you will love. You can put this and with a side of green beans, or I have some potatoes that I'll put in the pan at the end. Or if you want, you can use some pasta, mashed potatoes, whatever you want. This is amazing pork. You will love it. And I'll be back after the pork chops are flipped, and I'll show you the browning. Hello, I'm back. It's been about 6 minutes. When I put these pork chops in, I had a little bit of vegetable oil in the bottom of the pan. It was relatively warm. And I mixed, or I pushed the pork chops around a little bit so they didn't stick. And you can see they didn't stick. They're nice and brown. I'll flip them over. And once again, it'll be approximately 6 or 7 minutes on this side, and the pork chops will be brown. And then I'll put these luscious onions on. This is about 2 medium to medium large onions. They'll cook down, and with the applesauce and ketchup and the different spices, it's excellent. You're gonna love it. I know we do. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And we're back. It's been about 6.5 minutes. The pan, medium hot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the cinnamon, season, a little bit of the garlic powder. Then I'm going to do salt and pepper. Take the pork chops, put one on top of the other. Then grab my plate of onions, put them down. Nice little bed for the pork chop to go back, where I'm now going to flip it over, because I'm going to season the other side. Flip this one over, dump the onions on, break them up a little bit. Put this pork chop back on top of the onions. I'm going to turn the heat down to a medium, maybe a little bit, medium. Season this side with the salt. Season again one with the pepper. A little bit more with the cinnamon powder. And the garlic. You don't have to do the garlic, but I do really recommend the cinnamon. Now you let these onions sweat and brown a little bit. It might take as much as 15 minutes. I'll come in every so often and just give them a little shuffle so they don't burn and stick to the pan. You might even have to add a little bit more of your vegetable oil, but that's as you are cooking. You'll see if you need to do that. So right now I'm going to leave these alone and put a top on. And that's it for right now. I'll be putting my applesauce and ketchup on where then the pork chops will simmer with the onions for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. They get so tender, juicy. The flavor is unbelievable. I want you to do this. Thank you. Okay, we're back. It's been about 15 minutes. Sweated these onions till they're al dente to my taste. You do them however long you want. If you like crunchy onions, do them a little less. If you like them more done, do them a little bit more longer. You can see I have some nice juice here. Flip the pork chop over so the other side gets its chance to cook a little bit more. And now I'm going to be putting in the ketchup, which is fun to do. Actually, the applesauce goes first. Take a jar of applesauce. This is a 24 ounce. Sounds like a lot, but trust me, you'll be happy. Shake out all you can. Then I take the ketchup. I'm going to take the lid off because I'm just going to shoot it all in. I have about 1/4 of a bottle, which will be approximately about 5 or 6 ounces. You squirt it in. It's very simple, this dish, and I do mostly one pot dishes. Okay. I have this. Give it a little stir. I'm going to let these porkies, onions, the applesauce, and the ketchup just cook nice. I'm going to take a little extra cinnamon, sprinkle it around. Trust me, you'll like the cinnamon in here. Touch of salt. And more pepper. Pepper to your own taste and salt to your taste too. Even if you have high blood pressure, you don't want to do salt. You've learned to live without it. And that's pretty much what we have for now. Now I'll let this sit and just kind of stew at a fairly low temperature. Coming back about every 10 minutes, lifting things up. Make sure that you're not burning all this wonderful mixture. There you have it. Cover it up. Come back about every 10 minutes and stir it. Make sure that it's not burnt. Cook until you can. And we're back. It's been about 30-35 minutes of simmering in the applesauce and ketchup sauce. Take this off, you can see. That everything looks nice and done. I'm going to grab a pork chop. Notice how it's wiggly, falling apart basically. Take some sauce, drizzle it on top. This is the applesauce, ketchup, onions, all the special spices. And then if you want, put your side on. In this case, I'm going to put some green beans for flavor and also for color. And basically, we're done here. If you want, put a potato on here, which I have, but I'm not going to plate the potato. And there you have it. Just like this. Do a quick cut. See? And everything is done perfect. Nice. Perfect. Not pink. Cooked right. Very tender. Juicy. Flavorful. I want everybody to enjoy this meal. And remember, you can do it with pasta, potato. In this case, I'm having green beans. And we're done here. It's called Grandma Evie's pork chops. And they're delicious. Bye-bye.